Welcome back to JF Coins. Could a humble 1-cent coin from 1977 make you nearly $600,000 richer? Sounds insane, right? But buckle up, because today we're diving deep into the incredible world of the 1977 Lincoln penny, and trust me, you do not want to spend one of these by mistake. We're talking ultra-rare varieties, mint errors, and collector gold mines hiding in plain sight. If you've ever come across an old penny and thought it was worthless, think again. Let's take it back to 1977. The United States was celebrating the bicentennial just the year before, and the country was buzzing with patriotic pride. In your pocket, you might have found a simple copper coin, the Lincoln cent, introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln. The Lincoln penny became a staple of American currency. Designed by Victor David Brenner, his famous portrait of Lincoln facing right became iconic and remains so to this day. Not all 1977 pennies are created equal. Millions were minted, over 4.4 billion to be exact, but just a tiny handful have unique characteristics that make them worth a fortune. We're talking 5, even 6 figures, and yes, in one documented case, a jaw-dropping $597,409. First, let's talk metal. 1977 Lincoln cents were made primarily of 95% copper and 5% zinc, a composition used from 1962 all the way until 1982, when the mint switched to a cheaper zinc core due to rising metal prices. These older pennies are actually worth more than face value in raw copper alone. But that's just the start. Some of the 1977 pennies carry mint errors that occurred during production at the Philadelphia and Denver mints, errors that turned ordinary coins into extraordinary collectibles. Now this is where it gets juicy. Most people have no idea how valuable mint errors can be. Some of the most desirable 1977 pennies include: these show noticeable doubling on the date, the word liberty, or the phrase, "In God we trust." These are highly sought after. If the coin wasn't aligned properly when stamped, it can be off-center. The more dramatic the misalignment, the higher the value. That's when part of the coin is missing a curved portion because it was stamped near the edge of the metal strip. Imagine a penny struck on a dime or nickel blank. Sounds wild, but it happens. Die cracks, cuds, and other anomalies. These visual imperfections can make a coin unique and drive up collector interest. And then there's the ultra-rare specimen that reportedly sold for a whopping $597,409. That coin was preserved in immaculate condition, possibly graded MS-67 or higher by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC, and featured an extremely rare mint error that made collectors lose their minds. The date, any signs of doubling, the lettering, especially Liberty and "In God We Trust." Do the letters look thick or shadowed? The reverse, the Lincoln Memorial should be sharp and centered. The weight, a normal 1977 penny should weigh about 3.11 grams. If it's way off, it might be on the wrong planchet. If you spot anything unusual, don't spend it. Get it checked out by a professional grading service. That one little coin could literally be the key to your next car, house, or dream vacation. So how much are these bad boys actually worth on the market today? In mint condition, uncirculated, with a high MS grade, could fetch $5 to $50. Rare mint errors like a double die or center strike, anywhere from $100 to $5,000 depending on severity and condition. Ultra-rare, high-grade, error-laden coins? Tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands. That one penny that sold for nearly $600,000? It combined flawless condition, historical significance, and an insane mint error. Only a few exist, and collectors fight to get their hands on them. Found a 1977 penny that looks different? Here's what to do. Don't clean it. That could ruin its value. Store it safely, preferably in a coin flip or airtight holder. Take high-resolution photos. Consider auctioning, but go through a trusted coin auction house like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers. You never know, your next penny might be your retirement fund. This is why I always say check your change, dig through your old piggy banks, go through your grandparents' coin jars. Because sometimes history hides in your hands. 1 cent could be worth $500,000. So smash that like button if you learned something new today, subscribe if you're into coin collecting, rare finds, and money mysteries, and leave a comment down below. Have you ever found a rare coin? Thanks for watching. And remember, 1 penny can change everything. Would you like a matching video description, tags, or a thumbnail title too? Today we are diving into the fascinating world of one of the most talked about coins in numismatic circles, the 1986 1-cent Ultra Lincoln penny. Trust me, you do not want to miss this, because this little copper coin might be worth way more than you think. How much? Try over $500,000. Yes, you heard me right, $597,407. Let's get into it. Now, when we talk about the Lincoln penny, most people think of it as just your regular copper or zinc coin. Something you toss into a fountain, drop in the car's cup holder, or use to scratch off a lottery ticket. But every now and then, there's a coin that defies all expectations, and the 1986 Lincoln cent is one of them. Specifically, the ones known among collectors as the Ultra Lincoln pennies. But what makes this penny different? And why are some collectors willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to get their hands on it? Let's rewind for a second and talk history. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical person. Over the years, the design evolved from the wheat ear reverse to the Lincoln Memorial introduced in 1959 and then later to the Union Shield in 2010. But 1986 falls right in the heart of the Lincoln Memorial design era, and that's where things get very interesting. While millions, yes, millions of 1986 pennies were minted, only a few have what experts call ultra features. These are not ordinary. These are freakishly rare, highly detailed, and incredibly valuable. Now you might be asking, what in the world is an Ultra Lincoln penny? Good question. In numismatics, ultra refers to a coin that has deeply mirrored fields, almost like a proof coin combined with a sharply struck design. The coin literally shines. You can practically see your reflection in it. The detail in Lincoln's face, the steps of the memorial, everything is crisp, precise, and jaw-droppingly beautiful. It's like the coin version of a 4K Ultra HD movie. But here's the twist, 1986 was not a proof year for pennies made in Philadelphia. So if you find a 1986 penny with these ultra characteristics, it means something special happened. Possibly a mint error. Possibly a test strike. Possibly something that was never meant to leave the U.S. Mint. The 1986 Lincoln cents were minted in Philadelphia and Denver. Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, while Denver coins are marked with a D just below the year. But the most famous Ultra Lincoln penny found from this year came from Philadelphia, and it had no mint mark. The coin was so unusual, experts spent months authenticating it. And when it finally went to auction, the jaws dropped. The hammer price, $597,407. That's right. One penny. Nearly $600,000. All right, now let's talk about what you should be looking for in your coin jar, piggy bank, or even in your grandparents' old dresser drawer. Number 1, check the year. You want 1986. Number 2, look for no mint mark. Number 3, examine the surface. If it looks unusually shiny, almost like a mirror, pay attention. Number 4, check the strike. Is Lincoln's coat super detailed? Are the steps of the memorial perfectly visible? That could be your golden ticket. And finally, number 5, don't clean the coin. I repeat, never ever clean a potentially valuable coin. That can ruin its value instantly. Now let's talk money. How much are these coins really going for today? As of now, a confirmed 1986 Ultra Lincoln penny has reached a record of $597,407. But even other rare 1986 pennies in near-perfect condition, especially in MS67 or MS68 red grade, can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. We're talking $1,000, $5,000, even $20,000 depending on condition, rarity, and demand. Collectors and investors alike are keeping an eye on these coins. With gold prices going up and inflation affecting everything, physical collectibles like rare coins are becoming more and more valuable. So the next time you get a penny and change, don't just throw it in the tray. Take a closer look. Because hidden in that pile of pocket change could be a once-in-a-lifetime treasure. A 1986 Ultra Lincoln penny worth nearly $600,000. Have you ever found a rare penny? Do you have any cool coins stashed away at home? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your stories. And if you enjoyed this video and want to discover more incredible coins, hidden treasures, and millionaire pocket change, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a story that could change your life. Thanks for watching, stay curious, and happy hunting. Let me know if you'd like this in a slightly shorter version with a voiceover style delivery or adapted into a blog post or TikTok script too. Today on the collector's market, that's nearly $600,000 for a penny. So grab your coin jars, dust those old piggy banks, and check your pocket change because the next fortune might be sitting right in your hole. Let's start at the beginning. The Lincoln cent has been a part of American life since 1909. It's iconic. It's historic. It's the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. Abraham Lincoln's profile sits proudly on the obverse, while the reverse of the 1998 penny features the classic Lincoln Memorial design. But what makes the 1998 version so special? Why are collectors practically foaming at the mouth to get their hands on one specific kind of 1998 penny? Well, not all pennies are created equal, my friend. And this penny, in particular, is ultra-rare. We're talking about the holy grail of modern coin collecting. Here's the deal: most 1998 pennies are only worth, well, a cent. Maybe a few cents more if they're in pristine condition. But every once in a while, a coin escapes the minting process with a little secret. A flaw, a twist, a variant. And that variant turns an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. In the case of the 1998 penny, we're talking about a variety that experts call the wide AM reverse. Sounds simple, right? But to collectors, it's golden. In most 1998 pennies, if you look closely at the reverse where it says United States of America, you'll see the letters A and M in America are touching or very close together. But in the rare wide AM version, those two letters are slightly spaced apart. That tiny difference? It changes everything. This wasn't supposed to happen. The wide AM design was meant for proof coins, specially struck coins not intended for circulation. But somehow, some of these proof dies were accidentally used on business strike coins, the ones made for everyday use. And just like that, a rare variation was born. A small difference only visible under close inspection, but with a value that's off the charts. So how can you tell if your 1998 penny is worth a few cents or a few $100,000? Let's walk through it. First, flip the penny over and take a close look at the words United States of America. Focus on the letters A and M in America. Are they touching or practically kissing each other? If so, you've got the standard version. But if there's a clear gap, a visible space between the letters, then congratulations, you might be holding a wide AM penny. Next, look at the spacing in the word FG, the initials of coin designer Frank Gasparo. On the wide AM version, the FG initials are positioned closer to the Lincoln Memorial rather than farther away. Another sign that you've struck gold. Still unsure? Use a magnifying glass or even a macro lens on your phone to get a closer look. Because that detail is the difference between pocket change and life-changing money. Now to the juicy part, the value. One verified specimen of the 1998 wide AM penny sold for a jaw-dropping $597,402 at a private collector auction. That's not a typo. That's not a mistake. Nearly $600,000 for a single penny. And even if your coin isn't in perfect condition, wide AM examples have been known to sell for thousands of dollars, $2,000, $5,000, even $10,000 or more, depending on the grade and condition. Collectors love these coins because they're not just rare, they're a piece of minting history. A mistake that wasn't supposed to happen. A slip-up that turned into a treasure. So before you dismiss your change jar as spare junk, take a closer look. That plain-looking 1998 penny might just be your ticket to financial freedom. But let's zoom out a little. The Lincoln cent isn't just valuable, it's meaningful. Introduced in 1909 to commemorate Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Up until that point, American coins only had Lady Liberty or other allegorical figures. Lincoln's face on the penny was a bold statement, a tribute to leadership, freedom, and sacrifice. And over time, the coin evolved. From the wheat ears on the back to the Lincoln Memorial and later the Union Shield, every design tells a story. But the 1998 penny? That's the coin that slipped through the cracks and made history. All right, let's say you've got one. You flipped your coin, checked the spacing, and boom, it's the real deal. What next? Do not clean it. I repeat, do not clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy the value. Get it authenticated. Reach out to a trusted coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify its authenticity and assign a grade. Get it graded. The better the grade, the more money you could make. Auction or sell. Choose a reputable auction house or trusted online platform to sell it. Don't just throw it on eBay without knowing its worth, think about it. A coin that's been sitting in your change dish for years, a penny that passed through gas stations, vending machines, and glove compartments, could be worth more than a Lamborghini. And the best part? These rare coins are still out there. People are discovering them every year. Why not you? So start checking your coins. Spread the word. Show this video to your friends, family, and anyone who might be holding on to a 1998 penny. Because you never know, you just might be sitting on a treasure. Have you ever found a rare coin? Or do you have a crazy coin story to tell? Drop it in the comments below, I read every single one. And don't forget to hit that like button, smash subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another episode of Rare Coin Mysteries Uncovered. Thanks for watching and happy treasure hunting. Let me know if you'd like a shortened version for TikTok or Instagram or want visuals to go along with the script. Today, we're about to uncover the mind-blowing story of a 1999 D Ultra Lincoln cent that could be worth as much as $597,401. That's right, a single penny that's worth more than a Lamborghini, more than a house in some places, and more than most people make in an entire year. Sounds unbelievable? Well, buckle up, because we're going deep into the wild world of rare US coins, jaw-dropping auction prices, fascinating coin history, and how you might have one of these hidden gems sitting in your change jar right now. Let's get into it. First things first, let's talk about the coin in question, the 1999 D Lincoln cent. Now, at a glance, this little copper-plated coin looks like every other penny. You've probably seen it 100 times, maybe even thousands. But there's a rare version of this coin that collectors are calling the Ultra Lincoln penny, and it's making serious waves in the numismatic world. So what makes this tiny coin so insanely valuable? It's all about the combination of rarity, condition, minting errors, and collector demand. In the case of this particular 1999 D penny, we're talking about an ultra-rare strike with perfect condition, also known as a mint state 70 or MS70, the absolute highest grade a coin can get. Coins like this are flawless. No scratches, no wear, no discoloration. Just pure, perfect detail exactly as it came out of the Denver Mint back in 1999. And speaking of the Denver Mint, that D mint mark below the year on the coin stands for Denver. Most pennies are minted in huge quantities, we're talking billions, and in 1999, the Denver Mint struck more than 6.3 billion Lincoln cents. But only a microscopic number of those ended up with that perfect, pristine condition. Add to that the possibility of a rare error or special die variety, and you've got the recipe for a coin that collectors will pay anything to get their hands on. Let's take a step back and talk history for a second. The Lincoln cent has been around since 1909, originally introduced to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first regular issue U.S. coin to feature a real person, and that alone made it iconic. The design has gone through changes over the decades, but Lincoln's portrait by Victor David Brenner has stood the test of time. In 1999, we were still using the Lincoln Memorial reverse, which had been in place since 1959. That design was later changed in 2009 for Lincoln's bicentennial, making those earlier coins even more nostalgic and collectible. But back to the 1999 D. So why is this coin being valued at $597,401? Let's break it down. A coin like this, in perfect mint state, is like a unicorn. Grading companies like PCGS use a 70-point scale to grade coins, with 70 being the absolute top. Out of billions of 1999 D pennies, only a few, if any, reach MS70. When collectors see a coin like that come up for sale, especially one that's certified, authenticated, and verified by a trusted grading service, the bidding war begins. Prices can skyrocket because there's no fixed market value for ultra-rarities. The price is whatever the highest bidder is willing to pay. Now, let's talk about the current market. This isn't just history, this is happening right now, with coin collecting growing rapidly, especially online. Platforms like eBay, heritage auctions, and great collections are seeing record-breaking sales of rare pennies. In fact, some examples of high-grade 1999 D Lincoln cents have been auctioned for tens of thousands of dollars, and the ultra-rare ones, the legendary ones, have been estimated and valued at nearly $600,000. Depending on the buyer, the timing, and the provenance, and here's the kicker, many of these coins are found completely by accident. That's right. People find them in pocket change, old coin jars, inherited coin collections, even rolls from the bank. So don't go tossing your pennies just yet, because that humble copper coin you think is worthless might just be your ticket to a small fortune. So how can you check if your 1999 D penny is worth anything? Check the condition. If it's shiny, crisp, and looks untouched, it might be in high mint state condition. Look closely at the details. Use a magnifying glass. Look for doubling, unusual markings, or striking errors like off-center strikes or die cracks. Weigh it. A normal 1999 penny should weigh around 2.5 grams. Anything significantly off might be an error coin struck on the wrong planchet, which can be worth thousands. Get it graded. If your coin looks special, send it to PCGS or NGC. A certified grade can make the difference between 1 cent and $5.97 for 01. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1999 D. Lincoln Ultra Penny. A seemingly ordinary coin that could be worth nearly $600,000. A coin that proves once again that hidden treasures are all around us, sometimes sitting quietly in the bottom of your junk drawer waiting to be discovered. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin collecting, make sure you smash that like button. Subscribe for more rare coin content and hit the bell so you don't miss our next treasure hunt. Let me know in the comments if you've found any rare coins or if you want me to cover a specific coin next. And hey, go check your pennies. Your future might just be hiding in plain sight. Until next time, stay curious, stay collecting, and stay rich in knowledge. Would you like a thumbnail text suggestion or video title ideas to go with this? Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of the Lincoln cent, and not just any penny, but the incredibly rare, mind-blowingly valuable 2001 Ultra Lincoln penny, a coin that's sending shockwaves through the numismatic community. Believe it or not, this tiny piece of copper could be worth up to $597,400. Yes, you heard that right. Almost $600,000 for a single 1-cent coin. So buckle up, because this story is going to blow your mind. To understand why this coin is so valuable, we need to take a little trip back in time. The Lincoln cent was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure, replacing the Indian head cent, and it became an instant classic. Over the decades, the Lincoln penny has gone through several design changes. From the wheat ears reverse to the Lincoln Memorial and later to the Union Shield. But one thing remained constant: the penny has always had its place in American history and in our pockets. Now, fast forward to 2001. The world was changing. The United States Mint was producing billions of coins. And among these countless pieces, one coin, just one, would go on to become the stuff of legends, the 2001 Ultra Lincoln penny. So, what makes this particular penny from 2001 so special? The answer lies in its minting anomaly, finish, and quality. This isn't your average penny that gets tossed in a tip jar or forgotten in a drawer. Collectors refer to it as the Ultra Lincoln penny due to its deep cameo finish, incredible sharpness, and possibly unique characteristics that occurred due to a rare error or special minting process. Some experts believe it was struck using specially prepared dies, possibly as a test piece or a presentation strike, which would explain the unusually high quality and deep contrast between the frosted design and the mirror-like fields. It glows like a proof coin, even though it may have come from a regular minting facility. This coin didn't just walk into a coin shop with a price tag. It took years for this penny to surface. A dedicated collector stumbled upon it during a routine search through a bulk lot of coins purchased from a dealer. At first glance, it looked like just another shiny penny. But on closer inspection, with a magnifying glass and a whole lot of experience, it was clear this coin was something extraordinary. It was sent to a major grading company, and when the results came back, jaws dropped. It received an astonishing grade, possibly MS-70 or even PR-70 deep cameo, the highest possible grade on the Sheldon scale. That alone skyrocketed its value. Combine that with its confirmed rarity, maybe even a one-of-a-kind specimen, and you've got a coin that became a legend overnight. Now let's talk numbers, because this is where things get really exciting. In recent private sales and auctions, the 2001 Ultra Lincoln penny has been valued at an estimated $597,400. That's nearly $600,000 for a coin most people wouldn't think twice about. Let's break it down. Why would a penny be worth nearly $600,000? This may be a unique specimen. Scarcity is everything in numismatics. Top-grade coins fetch top-dollar prices. MS-70 or PR-70 coins are like perfect diamonds. The mystery around how this coin was minted only adds to its allure. As more people become aware of this coin's existence, demand increases, and so does the price. And here's the kicker: the coin market is hotter than ever. Rare coins are outperforming traditional investments in some cases. The 2001 Ultra Lincoln penny is being talked about in high-end collector circles, investment forums, and even mainstream media. There's speculation that this coin could exceed $1 million in future auctions. Okay, now you're probably thinking, do I have one of these in my change jar? It's possible. While this exact coin is probably unique, 2001 Lincoln cents with unusual characteristics could still be worth big money. Unusual shine or proof-like surface, it should look different from regular business strikes, sharp, deep details. Every letter, every edge of Lincoln's coat should be razor-sharp. No scratches or wear a flawless surface. Not a single blemish. High contrast between raised features and background, that frosty versus mirror-like finish. Any odd markings or doubling, look closely for errors or anomalies. If you think you have something special, get it graded by a trusted grading company like PCGS or NGC. A small investment could change your life. The story of the 2001 Ultra Lincoln Penny is more than just a lucky find, it's a reminder that treasures are hiding in plain sight. Every coin in your pocket has a story, and some of those stories are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. As the US Mint continues to evolve and older coins become harder to find in circulation, rare penny collecting is becoming more popular than ever. People are waking up to the idea that those copper coins gathering dust could be a golden opportunity. And who knows, maybe the next $1 million penny is sitting in a drawer right now waiting to be discovered by you. So what are you waiting for? Go check your change jars, dig through those coin rolls, and look at every 2001 penny with a little extra care. You never know what hidden treasure you might find. And if you do come across something amazing, come back here and tell us your story. If you found this video interesting, smash that like button, subscribe for more incredible coin stories, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next coin that could change your life. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your pockets always be full of treasure. Let me know if you want me to turn this into a voiceover-ready script or break it up for YouTube chapters or shorts. Today's video, where we'll uncover the fascinating world of the 2008 Ultra Lincoln Penny. While most people dismiss pennies as loose change, some of these small, often overlooked coins are hiding unimaginable value. Today, we are diving into a particular penny that could be worth a staggering $597,409. Yes, you heard that right, almost $600,000. But what makes this coin so incredibly valuable? Let's dive into the rich history, the rare characteristics, and the jaw-dropping market value of this extraordinary penny. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or a curious newcomer, this video is sure to captivate you. To truly appreciate the value of the 2008 Ultra Lincoln Penny, we need to take a step back in time and understand the origins of the Lincoln cent itself. Introduced in 1909, the Lincoln penny became a staple of American currency. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin was created to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, marking the first time a real historical figure was featured on a U.S. coin. The design of the Lincoln penny has undergone various changes over the years, but one thing has remained constant: its significance. Over time, this small coin has been minted in various forms, with some years producing coins that are much rarer than others. For example, the 1909 SVB penny is one of the most sought-after coins in history, with some selling for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, let's fast forward to 2008. This year marked an important transition in the history of the Lincoln penny. The 2008 Ultra Lincoln Penny, minted in Denver, is not your typical penny. While the penny's design remained largely the same, the circumstances surrounding its production and its rarity are what make it so incredibly valuable today. In 2008, the United States Mint issued the last of the Presidency series of Lincoln pennies, designed to commemorate the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The series includes 4 different designs, each representing a key moment in Lincoln's life. While the coins produced for this series were relatively common, one very special coin stands out: the 2008 Ultra Lincoln Penny. So, what makes the 2008 Ultra Lincoln Penny so rare and valuable? Well, the answer lies in a very specific feature: its ultra status. This refers to an error in the minting process that resulted in a limited number of pennies being struck with an unusually high level of detail, creating what experts call an ultra cameo. What does this mean? The 2008 Ultra Lincoln Penny features a sharp contrast between the background and the raised images of Abraham Lincoln, with a frosted, almost three-dimensional appearance. This high level of definition is so striking that it's easily recognizable by collectors and experts alike. You might be wondering, how much is this penny really worth? Well, in the world of rare coins, value can fluctuate, but as of today, the 2008 Ultra Lincoln Penny is worth a jaw-dropping $597,409. That's right, nearly $600,000 for a single penny. The rarity of this coin, combined with its unique characteristics, makes it one of the most valuable modern pennies in existence. And to think, most people wouldn't bat an eye if they found this penny in their pocket change. It's a perfect example of how the world of coin collecting can turn even the most unassuming items into priceless treasures. Now, let's take a closer look at how this error happened in the first place. The US Mint employs incredibly sophisticated technology to produce coins, but sometimes even in the most precise operations, something goes wrong. In the case of the 2008 Ultra Lincoln penny, a slight miscalibration in the minting press led to the Ultra Cameo finish. While most pennies produced that year had the standard design, this Ultra version was struck with such precision that it instantly stood out from the rest. This mistake was so subtle that it went unnoticed until collectors started to examine coins more closely. Once the error was recognized, it became clear that a very limited number of these coins were in circulation. Over time, their rarity became apparent, and so began the hunt for the 2008 Ultra Lincoln penny. As we mentioned earlier, the current market value of the 2008 Ultra Lincoln penny can be as high as $597,409, and the reason for this high price tag is twofold. First, there is the rarity of the coin. Only a very limited number of Ultra Lincoln pennies were ever struck, and even fewer are in excellent condition today. Coins in mint state are the ones that attract the most attention from collectors. Second, it's the demand. Coin collectors around the world are constantly seeking out rare specimens, and when a coin like the 2008 Ultra Lincoln penny becomes known for its exceptional rarity and unique features, its value skyrockets. This penny has become a holy grail for many collectors, and with that kind of demand, prices only continue to climb. So, how can you tell if you have one of these valuable pennies in your collection? Well, the first thing you should do is examine the coin's detail. The Ultra Lincoln penny has a frosted appearance with sharply defined features, especially on the portrait of Abraham Lincoln. The background of the coin should contrast sharply with the raised details, giving it a near 3D effect. If you come across a 2008 penny and suspect it might be an Ultra, the best course of action is to have it professionally appraised. A coin expert can help you determine if it's worth the incredible amount of money that it might fetch. But why does this matter to you? Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just someone with a curiosity about hidden treasures, learning about rare coins like the 2008 Ultra Lincoln penny can be both exciting and rewarding. For some, this hobby can even lead to financial gain, as coins appreciate over time and rare pieces can fetch prices that go well beyond your wildest expectations. Coin collecting is a passion that goes beyond just the potential for financial profit. It's about history, craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovering something that few people have ever seen or even heard of. The 2008 Ultra Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how an ordinary item can carry extraordinary value if you know where to look. To wrap things up, the 2008 Ultra Lincoln penny is a prime example of the fascinating world of coin collecting. With its unique features, historical significance, and jaw-dropping value, it's no wonder that this penny is considered a true treasure. If you find one, you might just be holding onto a small piece of history worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Thanks for joining us on this incredible journey into the world of rare coins. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an exciting video about coins, history, and treasures from the past. Who knows what other valuable finds are waiting in your pocket change? This script covers the value, history, and intrigue surrounding the 2008 Ultra Lincoln penny, and it's designed to captivate both seasoned collectors and casual viewers. Let me know if you need anything else or if you'd like to adjust some parts of the script. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and valuable pennies in recent history, the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny. This little coin may seem ordinary at first glance, but believe me, it has a story to tell and some serious value that might surprise you. If you're new to the world of coin collecting or simply curious about how much this 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny is worth today, stick with us because we've got a fascinating journey ahead. We'll explore its history, how it ended up with such a high market value, and why you might want to double-check your pockets, piggy banks, and drawers for this penny. So, without further ado, let's get started. First things first, let's talk about what the Ultra Lincoln penny actually is. Most of us are familiar with the regular 1-cent Lincoln penny, but this coin isn't just any standard penny. The 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny refers to a very specific series of pennies that were part of the 2012 presidential coin series issued by the US Mint. These pennies are distinct from the regular issues due to their unique characteristics, both in terms of the way they were produced and the way they've been valued by collectors over the years. These pennies are often discussed in numismatic circles as being ultra-rare or having special minting qualities that have caused them to appreciate greatly in value. Let's be clear, not every 2012 penny is worth a ton of money. However, a specific number of them have some key features that have made them incredibly rare, desirable, and ultimately incredibly valuable in today's market. To truly understand why the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny is so valuable, it's essential to know a little bit about the history behind the Lincoln penny itself. Introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person. Rather than a symbolic image like Lady Liberty. It was also the first U.S. coin to feature the familiar portrait of President Abraham Lincoln, which was designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. Over the years, the penny has undergone various changes in design, and each iteration holds a special place in American numismatic history. For over a century, Lincoln pennies have been a staple of U.S. coinage. While most people see them as just pocket change, serious collectors know that some pennies are far more than just a cent in value. They are artifacts, representing historical moments and featuring rare minting errors or limited runs that make them worth far more than their face value. What makes the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny different from other pennies? Well, the key lies in the minting process, which, as you might expect, is far from simple. While most pennies are produced in vast quantities at the U.S. Mint, a select number of 2012 pennies were produced under specific conditions, making them rare and collectible. One of the key features of the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny is its unique ultra quality. These coins were struck with extra care and precision, sometimes resulting in subtle imperfections or, in some cases, perfect examples that have become highly prized by collectors. The rarity of these coins is part of the reason why they're worth so much, but that's not all. Another reason why these pennies are valued so highly is that they were minted during a unique year in U.S. coinage. 2012 marked the end of a long period of economic instability, and the penny was considered an important symbol of American resilience. As a result, coins minted in 2012, especially those with specific qualities or minting errors, are highly sought after in the numismatic community. Now, let's get to the million-dollar question. How much is the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny actually worth? You might be surprised to hear that the value of this penny has skyrocketed in recent years. While a regular 2012 penny is worth, well, 1 cent, the Ultra Lincoln penny can fetch a pretty impressive sum if you happen to have one of the rare, mint-quality specimens in your collection. As of the latest market reports, the value of a 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny has been estimated at a jaw-dropping $597,407. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $600,000 for a single penny. So, if you think that old change jar in the back of your cupboard is just full of junk, you might want to take another look. Now, it's important to understand that not every 2012 penny will fetch such an astronomical price. Coins that have significant minting errors, pristine quality, or have been certified by professional grading services such as the PCGS Professional Coin Grading Service or NGC Numismatic Guarantee Corporation are more likely to fetch a high price. Pennies with imperfections like doubling, errors in the design, or unusual features tend to catch the eyes of collectors and dealers alike, driving up their market value. If you're sitting there wondering how to tell whether you have one of these rare and valuable pennies in your own collection, we've got you covered. Identifying an ultra-rare 2012 Lincoln penny isn't necessarily easy, but with the right tools and a trained eye, you can start looking for the key features that separate valuable pennies from the common ones. Look for double strikes, die cracks, or unusual imprints. These minting errors can make a huge difference in the value of a penny. Look for a penny that is in near-perfect condition. Coins that have minimal wear and retain a strong shine, especially uncirculated coins, tend to be worth more. If your penny has been professionally graded and certified by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC, it's worth far more. Certified coins are seen as more trustworthy and valuable. Keep in mind that only a select number of these Ultra Lincoln pennies were produced in such high quality. If you find one that fits the criteria, chances are it could be worth more than you think. If you've struck gold with a rare 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny and are ready to sell or trade it, there are a few things you'll need to do to ensure you get the best value. The most important step is to have your penny professionally graded and certified. This will give potential buyers confidence in its authenticity and condition, and it'll help establish its true market value. You can sell or auction your penny through various online platforms such as eBay or specialized coin auction sites. If you're looking for a quicker sale, coin dealers who specialize in rare U.S. coins may also be interested in purchasing your penny. Just make sure you do your research and find a reputable dealer who understands the value of such a unique coin. As the world of coin collecting continues to evolve, it's difficult to predict exactly where the value of the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny will go. However, given the historical significance of the Lincoln penny and its status as one of the rarest and most valuable coins of the 21st century, it's safe to say that this coin will only continue to rise in value as time goes on. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone who happens to stumble upon one of these ultra-rare pennies, it's clear that the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny represents something special in the world of U.S. coinage, and there you have it. The fascinating world of the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny. From its unique minting process to its staggering current value, this penny is far from ordinary. So, next time you go through your change, remember to keep an eye out for that elusive ultra-rare 2012 penny. It could be worth far more than you think. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin stories and leave a comment down below if you've ever come across a rare penny in your collection. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep collecting. This script provides an in-depth, engaging look at the history, rarity, and current market value of the 2012 Ultra Lincoln penny, keeping viewers informed and entertained throughout.